everyone, so I just wanted to come through with a little update for you guys. As you know, I had my egg retrieval on last Friday, which was September 6th. So if you have been following us on this journey, you know it's been an eventful one, I guess is what you can call it, because of course I try to be as just grateful and appreciative as I can, because that I'm just blessed enough to be able to do IVF, because some people are not. But anytime you're doing any type of fertility treatments, I feel it's just a lot on you mentally, physically, as well as emotionally and financially. So it just takes a toll on everything. It's not just you, it's your household who's also dealing with it. They called me the next day and they let us know how many eggs actually fertilized. For my surgery, they retrieved 9 eggs. And from the 9 eggs, we actually had 8 of them fertilized. So after that, they had to wait a couple of days, probably around 4 to 5 days, to tell you actually how many make it to freezer. They called me Wednesday and told me 1 had made it. And they were supposed to call me back on Thursday, which a full day of Thursday had went by, nobody called me. So today being Friday, I was just anxious and just anticipating a phone call, and I knew they're closed for the weekend, so I was like, let me just call them. So I knew 1 had made it, so I called, talked to the nurse who previously called me the other day, and she told me that we had 7 embryos make it to freezer. So we started with 9 from the egg retrieval. Fertilization, we went down to 8. And the freezer, we went to 7. So 9, 8, 7. That's crazy how it's just chronological order like that. And 7 is obviously the number of completion, a lucky number. So I'm looking at that as a good sign, and it just being that everything is aligning for us. The nurse did say that we had to wait 7 to 10 business days for the PGT testing. That's just so we can find out the sex, and then they test to see which embryos are good and versus the bad ones, so you know which ones to transfer. And the PGT is just pre-implantation genetic testing. See, it shows the whole phase of the IVF cycle. So you start right here from the egg retrieval, you fertilize, you wait for them to mature, so that's why you gotta wait like a couple of days, and then you do the PGT testing. And then from there, it's the embryo preservation, I believe is how you pronounce that. That's just them putting it in the freezer. And then you set for the single embryo transfer. Like I'm leaning on transferring 2. My personal reason is our first cycle of IVF for Kuwait, I transferred 2. I had 1 make it. We did a second cycle at the end of the year, last year, 2018. I got pregnant the first time, so that was a successful cycle, but it ended in miscarriage at 13 weeks. So, and I just transferred that 1 because I only had the 1 boy to work with out of that. So this time we just started all over from scratch. So we had to do more of the, you know, egg retrievals, medications, all that. This time, depending on how many I have, I don't know. It's just a lot to think about, a lot to put your body through, and you kind of want to be like 1 and done. So I know for sure with 2, the worst case scenario is I get 2, you know? But if I do 1, and then that one not even implant, and then miscarriage like my other previous one, that's devastating. I change my mind like every single day. One day I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with 2 kids at one time plus a toddler. So I'm gonna just do 1, and then other days I'm like, oh my gosh, like twin boys would be so cute. It's been a lot. But again, I'm just ready to get it over with. But I'm trying to appreciate every step of the way this time and really just take it all in, because it's gonna go by. So it's already going by fast. Once you finish your shots and you start, they set your date for your egg retrieval. It's just like boom, boom, boom. Because I feel like we got majority of the work done. So I had my surgery. Well, we did the medications, had my surgery. They fertilized. We know how many made it to freezer. Now we're gonna know what genders we have. So it's just, now it's all another set of medications and the transfer. That's really it. It really goes by fast once you start, but getting back to normal, because I feel like once you're going through this, it's hard to like just think of anything else but this. So my mind has been like a bloop, like literally I've just been thinking like IVF. And it's hard for me to concentrate and focus on other things that I'm trying to do right now, because I'm just so focused on making sure I do everything right, because I don't want to mess up, and it's a lot of pressure on you and you just want everything just to be smooth. So now baby name, that's what we're getting into. Okay, so you know, Koi starts with a K. My name starts with a K. My husband's name is Tony. So I named Koi because of course I wanted her to be like me with the whole K theme, right? So I already have, if I have twins, this is if we have 2 kids. I want to name one. I have his name already, it's a K name. But I don't know if I want to name the second baby a K name or after Tony, because I kind of feel bad because it's his first time having boys and he doesn't have any boys named after him. It's like, he wants to do whatever I want to do. He says, I don't care, babe, it's whatever you want to name him. And I'm like, no, it's not just my decision, it's our decision. Like, we're in this together. So I don't know. So I just feel like all the pressure's on me. But I have one baby K name. I haven't found a second baby K name yet, and I'm not 100% sure if I want to do a K name for the second baby or just name him after Tony. So I don't know. I'm like really confused. What do you guys think? Like, leave me the comments down below with your opinions. I've had so many people reach out to me this cycle. I feel like it's like every cycle I go through, I have more people reach out to me, but this has been like the most that people has reached out to me. It's amazing finding women all over the world. I have one from the UK the other day that just, we come together on something so daring and so sensitive to us. Like, this subject is like not easy to talk about, and it wasn't easy for me to talk about for the longest, but I feel like now I'm just like an IVF warrior now. It's like I can tell you, like, what do you want to know? I'll tell you, you know? I try to educate a lot of people on it. Another thing I wanted to touch on is I appreciate everybody being so sweet and so kind. I had so many women, just people I personally know too, tell me like I'm so strong. And because I'm sharing my story and I'm doing this, but I feel like as a woman already, we're built for stuff like this. We're built for harder tasks. And I also feel like any good mom, I have to say good mom, because it's, you know, not every mom is a good mom, it just sucks, but it is what it is. Any good mom will lay down her life for her kids. They would do anything to make sure that their kids are happy and do anything for them. So I just feel me, in my situation, being an IVF mom, that I would do anything to get my kids here. So it's the same thing as any other mom. You'll do anything for your kids because they're in this world, but I would do anything to get my kids into the world. So I'm no stronger than you. I'm no stronger than the next woman. You know, we all in this together. It's womanhood, motherhood is hard enough on us, so we have to really just motivate each other and stand with each other. So, but I do appreciate that, but I don't feel like I'm like stronger than the next, you know, mom out there. We all fight our own battles in different ways, and you know, but I appreciate it though. It's so sweet. I already know the deal. Y'all can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. Both of my names are Kawhi Janae, so it would be listed down also in the description box. So, and if you have any questions, or if you know somebody's going through IVF who has questions who's confused, let them know that they can reach out to me, and I'm gonna do my best at explaining anything to them and walking them through this process. I will be back on here as soon as I find out the gender of our 7 embryos to let you guys know.